Hey guys, we're here with my good friend Drew, who went undefeated at OTS Championship with Hero. You've been playing Hero basically since you've been born. How are you liking the deck for the format?
I really like it now. I think it's a lot better with the new support. It has a very strong end board, and it's great into this meta right now because it doesn't lose to a lot of board breakers.
Awesome. Well, really congrats on your feat, and let's get right to your deck list.
Yep. So we'll start with the elemental heroes. Firstly, you have the brick, the vanilla elemental hero Neos. This is used to make one of the fusion monsters, and you can search it now. I played one Honest Neos. Some people cut this. I played it because I think that it allows your engine to out a Rise Heart. It's not always easy, but I think that you need that. And then another name for making a second DPE is not bad either. So I like this card again for outing a Rise Heart. I play one Shadow Mist. I think this is a card you don't want to draw. Every hand that I would draw this card, it just didn't feel good to pitch off of Ferris because you want to use its effect later to summon and special to get mass change off of Wake Up. So I didn't like opening this card, so I put it to 1, and I haven't really missed it. Some people play the second copy for turn 3 or like grind game. I don't really ever see that happen. I don't really miss it with the new support. You have such a strong board presence that I don't think it's necessary. 1 Liquid Soldier, 3 Stratos. This is the best normal summon of the deck now. You need you need 2 elemental heroes with different attributes to make the new Flame Waybrand. So this is the best starter. This is the best way to essentially start your combo. You need to get to it somewhere in the combo usually. So the deck kind of revolves around this now. For the Destiny heroes, I play the 1 Plasma standard, 1 Dark Angel. This is a very standard lineup. 1 Denier, 2 Mallies. Standard Destiny hero lineup. Vision heroes, I play 3 Ferris, 2 Increase, and I'll get into that in a second, and 2 Vion. So a lot of people play 1 Increase still, and myself and Gabe, way back when in the Remote Duel Extravaganza were the ones that started the theory of 1 Increase. We built this list. We always build a lot of these hero lists together. We just don't believe that 1 Increase is correct anymore. Back then, 1 Increase 3 Vion was correct because Vion was a better normal summon than Stratos. And getting stopped on Vion meant you can still set mass change. And at the time, Darklaw beat a lot of the decks in the format. I think it was like Drytron, Tri-Brigade, Dragonlink, without Bystials, of course, back then. Darklaw was insane. And getting stopped on Vion was just better because you set mass change. Also, it evolved into the point where Vion was a 1.5 card Scythe Lock when DP came out, when Verte was around. So Vion was just a better normal summon. Now the deck revolves around Stratos as the best normal summon. You want to start with Stratos or see it in your combo somewhere because, again, you need those elemental heroes with different attributes. And if you're starting with Stratos, we need 2 Increase to reduce variance and, of course, be able to combo. So I think 2 Increase is correct. And then the rest for monsters is just my hand traps. So spells, 1 Miracle, 1 Poly, 1 Rhoda, that's very standard. I played 3 Mass Change. Droll has gotten a little bit more popular. Some people cut this to 2, and I think that it is the most cuttable card. I'm playing 41, but if you want to play clean 40, you can do that. I wanted to play 3 Mass Change because Droll is getting a little bit more popular, and going to this next format, it's definitely going to be more popular. So this card, if you open it, allows you to start occasionally play around Droll. There was one game, I think in top 8, where I started with Ferris, and as soon as I went to add Poly, I just mass changed so that they couldn't Droll me. And that's an example of how you can play around that. So that's why I wanted to play 3 for locals. Standard stuff, 3 Hero Lives, 3 Fusion Destiny. Nothing to say there. I chose to play 3 Book of Eclipse, and this card was really good. The reason why I play this over Book of Moon is this kind of acts like a crossout for Nib. So a common place that people will nib you in the combo now is on DPE effect. You have to shock on DPE effect sometimes in order to get a Destiny on the graveyard to Dark Angel them. If you chain Book of Moon to that, they'll flip everything face down and Nib won't tribute them, and then you resolve DPE, popping your Wake Up and your DPE, and then your combo still goes through. Or if they hold it and they don't do it there and they nib you on the Dark Angel, you Eclipse, it books the Dark Angel, you pass it over to them, and Dark Angel flips back up. They're going to get a draw 1, but I feel like the board's strong enough that you just don't care. Especially when you're locking them out of so many spells. You can deal with the nib and then flip Favor Contact to deal with whatever extenders they have. Usually it gets you there. And that's why I really liked about this card. I did run the risk of getting ashed on it. I didn't get ashed on it really, so I guess I got lucky. But that utility to me was worth it more than anything. So I did like that quite a bit. Then I play 3 Imperm. This is again generic. It's great off the top. It's an out to a Rise Heart, and it's good into a wide application of matchups. A lot of time, even in cash, like if you really want to make sure you have the Rise Heart, you can just hold this in hand and use it to negate the Rise Heart. You can even, again, it's great off the top. It doesn't play into thrust. That's one thing I don't like about Ash, is that it plays into thrust and tactics, or talents, whichever. I really didn't want to do that, but that's why I love this card. Then the one favorite contact, this is searchable off of fusion now, so that you, you end on the Shining Neo Swingman. So it's very strong. So we'll go to the, we'll do extra deck before the side deck. So extra deck, Elemental Heroes, 1 Wake Up Your Hero, standard. 1 of the new Flame Wingman. Again, this searches the new Trap, the favorite contact. It's very good. And it's relatively simple to combo with. Shiny Neo Swingman. This is what you make with the Trap, which pops a bunch of cards. It's wild. It's really good. A great layer of disruption for the board. Sunrise, of course. Played 1 Escarito. I played this card not because I was scared of like having a Miracle Fusion target for Fusion Destiny, but there's a line to play through Bestials, so you can end on either DPE and favorite contact for the Shiny Neo Swingman, or you can end on DPE and Darklaw through a Bestial, whether that Bestial is on Mally or Denier, which are very common, like I'd say correct points to Bestial, but you need an additional Miracle Fusion name. If you don't have another Miracle Fusion name that's generic, you can't do that combo. And I was really scared of Bestials, so I played this. 1 Ab-Zero, self-explanatory. I played 2 DPE because you can make 2. There's also a scenario where, other than Cash, being afraid of like ashing a Theosis and then having Unicorn on board and then like ripping a DP, that's one reason I had to play 2. But the other reason is if you get Kaiju, you can favor contact for a 2nd DPE, and you can, again, if they go to battle phase to try and crash the Dark Angel into the Kaiju, you pop the Kaiju and the DPE, I believe, if I'm thinking about this correctly. And even though the other DPE isn't correctly summoned, you summon back the correctly summoned DPE. So that's why you play 2. I played 1 Darklaw, which is a little crazy, I guess. I'm going to bump this to 2 next format if Droll is that much more prevalent. But for this format, I thought 1 was fine. The most you're doing with Darklaw now is you're really just adding it to your board as another layer. It's like you're usually in end phase, mass changing, just have another layer on your board on top of the Dark Angel, the favorite contact, and the DPE. So I didn't really ever see more than 1 being necessary. Again, with Droll coming in the next format, it's probably going to be a little bit more necessary to play 2, but 1 was fine for now. 1 Blast, obviously to dodge the Stratos. It's also great at breaking boards, and it's good into Labyrinth and Backroad decks. And then for the links, I play the 2 Cross Crusader, 1 Driver, 1 Devicer. This searches Neos basically, and 1 Dread Decimator. I really didn't want to cut this. It came up too much every time I cut it. When you're pushing for game and when you're under Fusion Destiny, you just want to be able to do something more with all your extenders. So yeah, I really like this lineup. The only card I missed was a time card. I was undefeated through, I believe, like, it was 6 rounds of Swiss. The only thing close to a defeat was a tie. I got a tie, and then I was obviously undefeated through the top cut. The only card I missed in the extra deck was a time card, which I played. I got knocked out, or I went X3 at round 9 at Nats, and my time card didn't come up once, so I decided not to play it. But I would have won 1 match that resulted in a tie if I played my time card. But that's fine. Like, that's whatever. So if you want to play that, I guess you could maybe instead of a DP, but I thought this was more important. Side deck, 3 Dark Ruler. This just deals with so many boards. There's going to be, I expected a lot of sprite variants at this locals. So, I mean, this is great. This deals with like nearly every board in the game right now. So I typically don't like playing it in Heroes, but because of how high impact it is, I didn't mind it. I liked it for this format. I played 3 Thrust. James gave me a little shout out in one of his videos. I do think this is one of the best cards in the game. I was maining it previously. I decided to side it for this event because I think it's a lot stronger post side, both going first and as a going first card and as a going second card, and I'll show why in a sec. Otherwise, I'll do generic back row hate. I played 1 called by, I guess, and then I played 3 evenly. I didn't really like this card. I thought it was going to be a lot more impactful against Rika, but I couldn't keep up with them. Like they outgrinded me, and I was giving up my battle phase for this. So while it was a good board wipe, I put it in mainly for Rika because I was scared of Rika and I wanted to pair it with Dark Ruler or something else, another board breaker. But I ended up losing the only game that I put it in against Rika, so it was mid. I did put it in against Labyrinth though, and I did trade very well with Labyrinth in the finals. So I guess it was good for that. This could have been draw, but the theory was that it's good into Rika and it's good into Labyrinth, and I guess it did pay off against Labyrinth, so. And then finally, I did 2 thrust targets. So the theory with thrust is going second, it's going to be another board breaker. A lot of the time against a lot of decks, I sided out Ash because I didn't want to play into tactics or thrust. I didn't want someone to thrust Erad me. So I would just put in all my board breakers a lot of the time. I think the only time I left in Ash was Rika because I was really, really, really terrified of that deck. And Ash went crazy against that deck, so that's good. But obviously going second, it's more of your board breakers. It's also more Fusion Destiny. It's more Poly, Miracle, Fusion. It's like whatever you need, which is amazing in this deck. I think you can't play this deck without it. But going first, it's D-Berry or Erad. Another reason why I played Honest Neos is because I needed to pump my Dark Monsters sometimes to be above 2,500 and then flip Erad on people. And then like some people were playing purely and for branded or things that this was less impactful against, I would just D-Barrier them. So depending on the matchup, I'd put in 1 and then 3 of these and then 1 of this for going first. And it was always very, very good. So yeah.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for the deck profile and congrats again. Really big accomplishment. Any last shoutouts?
Shoutouts to my team Cardboard Cravings. Shoutouts to Gabe, Joseph, Ali, and all the folks that play with me and build this deck with me a lot. So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.